Hey guys, welcome to Ellie's Life. Today we're going to wrap up our dumbbell workout, and this will be the fifth and last of the series. We're going to concentrate on our booties, and so we already have the total body workout that you can do if you have the time, or you can do individual segments of arms, abs, butt, and legs. So let's get started with donkey kicks. So what you would need is a weight, just like with any other workouts. If you do not have weights at home, that's perfectly fine. You can omit the weight and still do the workout without them. If you don't have a weight, but you want to use something, you can grab a water bottle, put it behind your knee, extend your leg out, put it behind your knee, and let's get started here. So we're kicking all the way up and bringing our leg back down. So you don't want to overextend the kick where you're doing this, because then you're compensating from your back, and you don't want to hurt your lower back. This exercise works your whole entire leg and your booty, and it targets a little bit of your obliques and a little bit of your back. So there is absolutely no need to overextend and bring your leg higher than you need to. You're only going to hurt yourself, and you're not doing yourself a favor. Doing so good here. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, you know I love my pulses, so let's pulse it up. Pulse it just a tiny little bitty, inch up and inch down. We're engaging our glutes here, and you're working those small little bitty muscles that shape up the butt that you need, right? So let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch to the other side. So put the weight or your water bottle or whatever behind your left leg and start lifting up and down. If this is uncomfortable for you, if you have any wrist problems or just you're not feeling it, you can go down on your elbows and do the exercise this way. Naturally, you're going to be able to lift a little bit higher. So omit everything I said about your lower back. If you are in this position, then it counts. But whenever you are down on your elbows, you're naturally having a bigger range of motion. So let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and give me those pulses, guys. If your neck is bothering you at some point or any point throughout the workout, go ahead and look down in between your hands just to make sure your neck is level with your spine. And let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? From here, we're going to do clamshells. So you have a couple options. You can lay all the way down, or if you want to engage your obliques a little bit, you can be on your elbow. Put your weight on top of your leg, and if you have 2 weights, grab your other weight and put it on top of your leg for an additional challenge. And go ahead and lift up and close down. And this is all that we're doing. Your right leg is staying on the floor. You're not lifting it up. Your left leg is doing all the work here. Feel your glute. And make sure, if your weight is a little bit too heavy for you, you may feel a rocking back. So your torso would be also engaged and rocking back. You don't want to do that. The movement should be coming only from your lower body. Your upper body is staying straight the whole entire time. You're doing good. Engage your core here. Your obliques should be working if you're in the position that I am in right now. If you're laying down, then concentrate on engaging your core. Let's do 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you want to stay here, keep on going here. If you want to kick it up a notch, then go ahead and extend your leg out on your kick, then bring it back in. Extend out and bring it back in. Wherever you are, let's keep on going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Last one here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So again, you have the option of keeping it with just one weight or doing both weights at the same time. So what I'm doing right now is 6 pounds altogether. So if you have heavier weights, you may want to just stick to the one, especially if your form is compromised. what I find really helpful for me here is to kind of interlace my toes together, because one leg seems to go up and then my torso goes back a little bit when I use two weights. So whatever works for you, find what works for your body. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the same thing that works for me or anybody else. Your body is different, so listen to it. Let's do 10 more here before we start with the kick. If you want to add the kick, that's great. If not, keep on going with the clamshells. I just want to engage a different muscle group in my glutes, and I also want to get my leg working a little bit more. So let's do 2 more and start with the kick if you want. And let's get started here. Perfect. Again, make sure your torso is not moving here. It is just your lower body. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, go ahead and place one weight down in front of you, somewhere out the way, and put the weight behind your knee again for fire hydrants. So you're on all fours, and what you'll do is lift the right leg to the side and bring it back down. We're not working only our side muscle and our glutes here, but we're also working our obliques. So again, make sure the movement is only coming from your lower body. Your torso is not moving a lot. Naturally, it's going to move a little bit whenever you meet your leg really high up for your obliques, for that oblique action, but the movement is not coming from your torso. You're not doing extra movements here. We're concentrating on our glutes. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Okay, make sure you have your weight really stable behind you. You don't want to drop it, or if you're doing this without a weight, you're doing fine. If your arm needs to come up a little bit, then you can prop it up and stay kind of like on your fingers, if that feels more comfortable for you. So I normally would do that if I feel that one side of my body, my supporting side, is tilting to the side. So I want to balance out. So I'd lift my left arm in this case, because I'm lifting my left leg, up a little bit on my fingers, so that way I'm balancing more and I'm not tilting to the side. You don't want your body to go to the side so you're stabilizing here. You want to be in a straightforward position and just a little tilt to the side that's natural, but not too much. So let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch to the other side. We're again going to place the weight behind your leg. But what we're going to do now is bring your leg behind your left leg. So your right leg comes behind your right calf or your right knee, depending on your level of flexibility. And you're going to lift up and you're going to bring your leg back down. So it's a little bit different than the first movement we did, because we're bringing our leg back behind as opposed to in front. So we're triggering our third big muscle in our glutes, and we will be all done. One more exercise after this. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch to the other side. All right, so again, your left leg comes up. Your left leg is going to go behind your right leg or your right knee, depending on your level of flexibility again, and you're going to lift up and down. Again, your movement is only coming from your lower body. You are going to target your obliques a little bit on the left side here. So you are maybe feeling them at this point, but the movement is coming from your lower body. And let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we can't have a butt series without doing squat, guys. You know I love squats. So let's get both of your weights if you have them, and in front of your mat. Let's squat all the way down imagine that you're sitting down in a chair, and imaginary chair, because you're not sitting anywhere, you're working out booties here, and bring your butt back up. Every time you bring it up, give it a tight little squeeze, pulse it forward, tuck your hips under, and let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Perfect. All right, let's set our weights down, have a seat on top of our mat, and stretch it out. Let's start with a pigeon, so bring your left leg in front of you, and you can stay here if this feels good. Check with your back leg, make sure that it's straight, or if you want to deepen it down, bring your elbows down, or rest your face on your hands. Stretching is absolutely essential for me, guys. Y'all know this by now. But if you're not a fan of stretching, you can always start slowly, take the modifications, and build yourself up. It takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes practice. So as long as you stretch on a daily basis, or at least 4 to 5 times a week, you will definitely see results. Stretching loosens up your muscles and lengthens them, and I know a lot of you guys want to have longer muscles, especially people that are short like me. Sometimes it's just so hard to be able to get longer muscles because our bodies are built differently and we're stuck here. So stretching is absolutely essential if you want to have longer muscles and you're short like myself. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the other side. So switch legs, right leg comes in front, left leg goes back, check with it, make sure it's straight behind you. Again, stay here if this feels comfortable. Your leg or your foot could be somewhere close to your hip, and that's okay. You can work it out with time and walk it towards the front of the room to make a little triangle with time, but take your time here, guys. Hip openers are absolutely great, but they're not beneficial if you overstretch and you hurt yourself for a long time. You don't want to have hip pain for years because you overdid a stretch. So take your time here. Perfect. And go ahead and bring both of your legs together and drop your torso down. At first, you could be somewhere up here. Just feel the back of your hamstrings. And if this is not a comfortable stretch, then just stay here and feel a little bit of a resistance in your hamstrings. Then go ahead and point your toes, flex them back, point them, and the next time you flex, pull back on your toes if this feels comfortable. Lift your heels off the ground if possible to feel a deeper extension in your hamstrings and releasing anything that we did today. Especially if you have done more than just a booty workout, you probably do need to get a little bit more of a deeper stretch. Now go ahead and point your toes all the way down, and if you can, or if it feels good for you, lower your head down. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Let your hamstrings go. Now walk your right sitting bone up in front of you, so you have about 1/4 of an inch of a distance or a little bit longer. And now left sitting bone up and forward. Feel the lengthening and bring your head all the way down to your shin. Perfect, and we are all done. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series with dumbbells, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that now. Don't forget to turn on the notification button and drop a like. See you guys next time.